guys, EmGo here, the freaking geek. And finally the veil has been lifted! Oh yes. For all of you who have been dying to see my face, I'm sure you're regretting it now. But anyway, before we get down to the questions, just want to show off this little thing that I just got in the mail. Oh, yes. Scouting Force X. If you have the means to pick this up, by all means do so, because this is awesome. It is just awesome. So yes, if you can pick this up, pick it up, because it's damn cool. I've been messing with this ever since I got it. But the order of business today is your viewer questions, and I have them all right here. A lot of questions. A lot of questions. Now keep in mind that there were people who did kind of ask the same questions over and over again, so if I don't answer your question, it's probably because somebody already asked the question, or somebody asked a question that was similar to your question, or whatever, so don't take offense if I don't answer your question. It's probably just because somebody else already asked it, and I'm not going to answer the same question 3-4 times. I'm not going to do it. But, moving on, let's go, let's get down to it. Question number 1 is from Wasp Shot 23, and he asks, which single RID Car Robots figure would you recommend? That's a good question. I definitely dig Megatron, even though, you know, he is a 10-tuplet changer? I don't even know what you would call that. He has 10 different modes, and while maybe 2 of them are actually successful, the rest of them are just laughable. Especially if you throw in the Galvatron modes, which, yeah, that elephant is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. But I love his robot mode, just the color scheme, the black and purple and red just look amazing on him. The two-headed dragon mode, I think, looks spectacular. The other modes are questionable, but I think that's still an awesome figure. Omega Prime, the combination of Optimus and Ultra Magnus, I think is just a spectacular looking thing. It's just a thing to behold, and yeah, I definitely like those figures. Rail Racer, I think, is awesome. See, I can't just pick one. Rail Racer, I think, is just an amazing combiner. I think one of the best combiners I've seen. The fact that, you know, only 3 robots can pull off what, in some cases, 5 robots totally fail to do, I think is amazing. So definitely Rail Racer is awesome. But yeah, I think that's it. Omega Prime, Megatron, Rail Racer, I think are definitely the top 3. I like Skybite just because I'm a Skybite fanboy, I think. Skybite was just hilarious on the show, so I like Skybite too. But moving right along, this question is from Titus. Todd is back, baby. Todd is back, baby asks, do you have any more Bionicles? No, he's the only one. Next question is from Bob Guts01. He asks, what Transformer is hardest to transform? A lot of the movie toys are usually a pain in the butt to transform. I think the most classic pain in the butt to transform would be Masterpiece Megatron, because he's very fiddly and he's kind of fragile, so you have to be careful with him while you're transforming him. I've already snapped some clips on his hip transforming him, but yeah, he's just kind of a pain in the ass to transform. So probably Masterpiece Megatron would be the bane of my existence. So there you go. Next question is from Vids657, and he asks, why did you choose that Bionicle to be Mascot? Well, a lot of you asked the question of the origin of Mascot, and why Mascot, why him, why now, why? So, I will tell you the story of Mascot. Basically, when I came up with the crazy idea to do this whole YouTube thing, I figured that this face is not a face that is meant for television or internet television, and I'm sure looking at it now you probably all agree with me. But I figured, well, if I'm going to do this, I need some kind of a representative, a stand-in, if you will, someone to actually be in front of the camera. So I was looking around for a mascot. And I was looking pretty much every store. I was looking at dollar stores, thinking, oh, maybe I could just find some goofy-looking toy that would be funny to be on camera or whatnot. And I couldn't find anything. Then I went to Toys R Us. I went into the Bionicle section, and I saw this guy right here. And, you know, I just thought, well, number one, he looks pretty damn cool. Number two, he's red and black, which adds to the coolness because, in case you haven't noticed, I like red and black. They're my favorite colors. So, not only did he look cool, was he red and black, he was cheap, too. He was only like $10. Yeah. So, I said, you get the job! And I brought him home. I adopted him. I brought him home. And I gave him the unenviable job of being my mascot. And I know that his official name is Stronius. A lot of people have pointed that out. And a lot of people have asked, you know, why do you call him Mascot? His name is Stronius. Why is his name Mascot? Mainly because I'm not that big a fan of the name Stronius. Because, for me, Stronius sounds a little too serious. It's a little too serious of a name. And this channel's all about being silly and having fun. And I thought Stronius was a little too, like, you know, a little too, if that makes any sense. Stronius was just a little too intense of a name for what I was planning on doing. So, you know, I always just referred to him as my mascot or the mascot. And eventually I just started calling him Mascot, and now everybody else just knows him as Mascot. So, that's pretty much it. That is the story of Mascot. And he has been with me from the very beginning, which is now about 1.5 years. And, yep, he's still here. I'm not going to fire him. I threaten to fire him sometimes, but I'm not going to do it. I love the little guy too much. I can't get rid of him, unfortunately. Yeah. But there you go. There's the answer to that question, because I know a lot of people have been wondering. Next question is from, I don't know if this is Mick or Mike. It's MIC 1800. His question is, you say you're the freaking geek. How would you rate yourself on a 1 to 10 scale? 10 being the geekiest. Let's see, on a 1 to 10 scale of being a geek, I would say I am about an 8. I don't go full geek because I don't do like Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. I don't do those kind of... I do play Final Fantasy though, which I guess is kind of something similar to that. But, you know, I don't do like Dungeons and Dragons and World of Warcraft and stuff like that, which I think definitely just kind of push you over the geek barrier. Yeah. No, it's, I think about an 8. But yeah, the whole geek thing, it's funny because I've had people, well, not people, one person tell me that, you know, you shouldn't call yourself a geek because it sheds a negative light on people, and no. For me, you know, it's always been a term of endearment. I am proud that I am a geek. I am proud of it, and I say it loud. I say proud, I am a geek. And, you know, and there are people who deny that they're a geek, which I think that's total BS, okay? Because if you're into Transformers, if you're into toys and comic books and stuff like that, guess what? You're a geek. You are a geek. I don't care if you're the coolest guy on the planet, Mr. Ladies Man. You know, I don't care if you could have any woman you want. You're the most popular guy in school or the most popular guy, period. If you're the life of the party. If you're into stuff like this, you're a geek. You're a cool geek, but you're a geek nonetheless. So, accept it. Just accept it. Look, I've accepted it. I'm a geek and I'm proud of it. But, okay, there we go. Next question is from Jetimus Prime 777. His question is, do you plan on doing Dark of the Moon figures soon, and which one would be first? Of course I'm going to do Dark of the Moon reviews. The toys come out tomorrow. They come out tomorrow, and I'm going to buy a lot of them. Which one will be the first one that I'll review? I don't know. It might be maybe the Wreckers, because I'm a NASCAR fanboy also. So the fact that we now have NASCAR Transformers is awesome. So I might do the Wreckers first, or I might do Sentinel Prime. I don't know. We'll see. Next question is from it's kind of a weird one. SM3 Sam 97. His question is, will you be getting a Universal Ratchet, Classic Skywarp, and Ramjet? Hopefully, if I can find them for a cheap price, because a lot of these figures go for about $50, and I'm not willing to pay that much. Comic-Con is coming up soon, so if I could find one there for a reasonable price, I'll pick it up. I kick myself because last year at the Comic-Con, somebody actually did have a Universe Ratchet, and I didn't pick it up at that very instant, and I kept, just kind of looking around. When I actually came back for it, it was gone, so... But what are you going to do? But there you have that. Next question is from Transformable. I can't pronounce that, I'm sorry. Transformable. Transformable. I'm sorry, I'm totally jacking up your name. His question is, will you be at BotCon 2011? I wish. I really, really, really wanted to go to BotCon. I do want to go eventually. I've never been to a BotCon, and I would love to go at least one year, but it is a very expensive trip. Okay, I'm in Philadelphia. BotCon is in the other end of the country, and we're talking plane tickets, hotels. Then you're spending money on food, and then there's the ridiculous amount of money that you'll be spending at the convention. So it's going to be a very expensive trip, and it's a trip that I'm not ready for right now to spend that much money on, because I have other things that my money needs to go towards than very expensive trips. But there you have that. Next question is from Mario72486. Let's see, his questions are, since you won't tell us what your favorite Transformer is, which would be the one you hate with a passion, either now or one you once owned? Power Core Combiners, Double Clutch and the Rally Bots. That thing is horrible. Horrible. I still have it. I haven't gotten rid of it, but that thing is horrible. If you saw the review, I mean, that thing was falling apart as I was trying to put it together. I was getting frustrated doing the review. Yeah, that thing is just... That's definitely the low point of Power Core Combiners, is that right there. And also the Impossible Toys Valkyrie. Impossible Toys, remember, they did their own version of RC, and I did review that, and that thing is horrendous. That thing did not stay together, it would not stand up. And right after I did that review, I promptly put it on eBay and sold it. I got rid of it because I just did not want it. So yeah, there you have that. Let's see, would you consider doing reviews on toys in or donated by subscribers? Yes, I would. And I know you're the one that offered to lend me some Beast Wars toys to review. And yes, I will get back to you on that. But yes, donations, I would definitely welcome donations. Preferably donations I can keep. But yes, I'll take donations, Apparently I haven't gotten to the point where I can, where people just send me free toys. I haven't gotten to that level yet where people just want to send me free stuff. But yes, I will take donations. So you have that, Mario. Let's see here. Next question is from Waspinator247. He says, why don't you show your real face? Next question is from Shiojin Romiyu. I probably totally jacked up your name. I'm sorry. Is there a toy line that you've always been interested in and wished you could have collected but didn't? And if not, why? I can't say that there is. I think every toy line that I want to collect, I have. Yeah, I think pretty much everything I want, I have. I kind of wish that I haven't passed up on some of the more... I wish I hadn't passed up on some of the Power Ranger stuff, because some of the Power Ranger stuff is really cool. And I got the reissue Megazord, and I got the Samurai Megazord, and they're really cool. And I actually wish that I could have gotten like a Titanus and a Dragonzord. I had a Dragonzord, but I gave it up. A long time ago, when I was a kid. But yeah, I wish I would have gotten more of the Power Rangers stuff, Because they did put out good toys. Granted, you know, as far as Megazords go, the articulation is next to none, and all they do is this. But they're still pretty cool looking robots for the most part. So there you have that. Page 1 done. And forgive me if my eyes kind of shift over a little bit, because sometimes I forget that I'm supposed to be looking at the actual camera and I'm looking at the viewfinder. So forgive me if my eyes kind of shift over a little bit because I forget where I'm supposed to be looking. But okay, next question is from Grimwolf100. His question is, if you could control... Oh, no, wait. No, his first question is, if you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? I'm going to cheat and have 2 answers for that. My answers would be, I would have flight, because I want to fly, and invisibility, because I would do horrible, horrible things if I had invisibility, and that would just be fun. So much fun. If you could control one of the 4 elements, which one would it be and why? I don't know. Maybe Earth. I know that's probably a Last Airbender question. Probably maybe Earth. You know, make an earthquake every now and then, or just have something jut out and launch somebody into the air that I don't like. You know, that would probably be fun. That would be fun. His third question is, if you could have a Pokemon from any of the series, which one would it be and why? I don't do Pokemon. I don't do Pokemon, I'm sorry. I did in the beginning. I actually do have a binder with a lot of Pokemon cards. That's as far as it went. I guess I could pick one. I guess Charizard, because he was the main man back in the day, so probably Charizard would be the one that I would want. But there you go, Grimwolf. Let's see. Next question is from VanCharge82, and he asks, how old is Mascot? And what made you come up with the idea of him? Well, I already explained that. How old is Mascot? Well, I guess if you count the day that I actually took him out of his plastic prison and put him together, then that means he would be about 1.5 years old, as long as I've been working with him. So that's what he is. He's very young. He's very young. Let's see here. Next question is from Vector Prime 2007. His question is, well, he has a question for me and for Mascot. His question is, who will be your first Dark of the Moon figure on 5/16, which is tomorrow? All of them. Okay, some of them I will be passing on. I'm not going to get the Voyager Ironhide because I'm getting the Leader Ironhide. I'm not buying any of the Deluxe Bumblebees because I'm going to get the Leader Bumblebee. Not doing Voyager Sentinel because I'm getting Leader Sentinel. I'm not doing the Voyager Optimus because I'm going to be getting the Ultimate Optimus. So some of them I will be passing on just because I'm going to get the more upscaled versions of them. But for the most part, yeah, the Wreckers, Sentinel, whatever else is coming out. I don't know what's coming out in the first wave. I think Skids is coming out first wave. Shockwave, definitely. But yeah, pretty much whatever's coming out tomorrow, I'll buy them except for the ones that I just mentioned. So, there you have that. And this question for Mascots. Which Transformer would you like to see help you kick EmGo's ass?
Yeah, like I really need some help kicking his ass.
Anyway. Next question is from Gigaman101. His question is, when did Mascot learn the ability to speak in the later reviews of yours? He didn't so much learn to speak, it's just that I felt comfortable enough with actually giving him lines to say on his own as opposed to just putting bubbles next to his head. And that's basically when I decided to let him talk. He talked from the second I let him out, and I can't get him to shut up.
He wouldn't let me talk because he said I sounded funny. I don't sound funny. Do I sound funny?
Anyway. Next question is from Allie Clifton Sucks. Okay. So does somebody have a grudge? I don't know. Allie Clifton Sucks asks, what do you like on your hamburgers? Bacon, cheese, lettuce and tomato if it's fresh, because sometimes, the fast food restaurants, they'll put basically a piece of dead lettuce on your burger, and the tomato that's white, which is just not cool. I don't trust that at all. I do not eat white tomatoes. Tomatoes are supposed to be red. So if the lettuce and tomatoes fresh, I'll eat it. Excuse me. But yeah, there you go. Interesting question. Next question is from number 1 Canadian. His question is, what in your opinion is the best video game system ever created, and what's your favorite game played on said system? I am a PlayStation 3 guy, so I'm going to say PlayStation 3. My favorite games, Final Fantasy games, I always get them, I always love them. Anything that's survival horror, like Resident Evil, and games like Dead Space, I love Dead Space, I think that game is freaking awesome. Games like that are games that I always will look for, and I'll always buy them. And I usually always enjoy them, so there you have that. Next question is from Thunder Student. His question is, what in your opinion is the best third-party company upgrade set so far? The Munitioner and Explorer set from Fans Project is awesome because not only are they two great standalone figures, you know, combined with the Bruticus set and with all those extra pieces and accessories, it just makes it look just simply spectacular. So definitely that Crossfire 2 set is definitely one to pick up. I love that. Fans Project, I pimped out Fans Project so much. I love Fans Project, and I already have the Flame Blast and Warcry. And again, the figures I already have, but even though they're just repaints with a new head sculpt and some different bits on them, they're still awesome figures. So yeah, I will buy anything Fans Project puts out, and I already pre-ordered the first Insecticon that they made available, so I can't wait for those. So yeah, anything Fans Project, I love. And yeah, this I really like these. Really like those. Alrighty. Let's see here. Where am I? I lost my place. Oh, here we go. Next question is from Lego Man. 1999 full. FUL. 1999 FUL. I don't know. His question is, what's your real name? I'm not going to tell you my real name. No. But I will tell you that my username, EmGo, is actually an abbreviated version of my name. EmGo is the first 2 letters of my first name, the first 2 letters of my last name, and that's where I got EmGo from. So I will tell you that much, but I will not tell you my name. I don't trust you that much. Just kidding.